Hello everyone, this is Eva and you're with Butin.
Hi.
So you're watching 10 by 10 Lessons with Butin and Eva. So we are on Chapter 9, Money Time, How to Fund Your Project. So Emma, on your Chapter 9 of your book, you interviewed top-notch investors and asked them how you fundraise. So what did they tell you? Can you share a little bit about it?
Sure. Well, when I talked with investors and I asked them, what is it that you would like to see in entrepreneurs in order to invest in them? Investors have the interest in investing in you. They want to see good entrepreneurs, they want to see good ideas, and they're saying, I wish that entrepreneurs would know the following 3 things, so when they come to me, it's a mutually productive meeting and I can actually invest in them. So investors, each investor has their own agenda and their own interest in entrepreneurs. But all investors mentioned 3 things that are very important to all of them. And those 3 things investors would like to see in each and every one of you.
So Emma, what are the 3 aspects?
The first thing that investors would like to see is the size of your market. And the reason is, the bigger the market, the more success you have with your product to penetrate it. Now, they want to see that you know how to properly assess your market. So for example, if you are developing a new product on a mobile platform, and you say that your market is 2.2 billion smartphones, well, this is correct. This shows investors that you're generalizing, that you don't really see your market size. So for example, if you're developing a marketplace on mobile platform, you want to say that your market is the 2.2 billion smartphones, and then within this you have to assess how many competitors you have that take a bite of the marketplace that exists on mobiles, and dig down within those numbers. Investors would like to know that you know how to assess the potential growth of your product within a specific market. If, for example, you have a beautiful solution or a beautiful technology that solves only one small issue within a hospital or within a factory, or you have a beautiful product that solves one particular problem of education, while it may be amazing, investors would be hesitant to invest in it because they would say it's a very small market and the success rate of succeeding in such a small market, they're very difficult. So for the first point, when you're talking to investors, make sure that you show them that there is a huge market potential for your product, and make sure that you use real assessment of your numbers when you talk about them to show the potential growth of your product. Investors would like to see is how well you know your competition. Now, the first rule in knowing the competition is never to say there is no competition, because there is always competition. Even what we do today, instead of a new technology that has been developed, is the competition. Now, that means that you have to really understand what is going on today and what solutions people are using today instead of your solution. Sometimes there are direct competitors, and sometimes there are many indirect competitors. And investors would like to see that you really swim within that understanding of your market. One investor even told me that for her understanding, if she knows the marketplace better than the entrepreneur, and she knows of a competitor, direct or indirect, that the entrepreneur didn't know about, the meeting was over. Investors see many ventures and many companies, and they read a lot. So it's very important that you do your homework and map out the entire competition and show the investors that you really know what's going on in your marketplace. Now, let's take it a step further. Sometimes the competition is not so clear. For example, if you're developing a new game, then a competition for a new game can be my sleep time, my friend's time, my Facebook time. And yes, this is how deep investors would like to see you analyze your market. If you're developing a new game, other games, they're not your only competition. Everything else that I do with my time could be your competition. So when you talk to investors, make sure that you say that. The third and most important thing that investors would like to see with entrepreneurs is if they're mentorable. That word is very delicate. It means that entrepreneurs are listening and yet they process information according to their information, and they know when to listen and when not to listen. Well, I know it's a little bit fuzzy, but there is no specific rule about that. That is very subjective. What investors would like to see is that you know how to listen, but still you make your calculated decisions. That you know how to read and obtain a lot of information, but then not always agree and then not always disagree. How do you get there? How do you know when to listen and when not to listen? Well, the first rule is obviously read a lot, read blogs, go to lectures, hear many things that are online in order to get you more information. The second most important rule here is whenever you make a decision, make sure it is a calculated decision. That means that if you made a decision within your venture that followed a sentence, I think so, it looks good, it looks as if, then you probably made something wrong. If you need to make a decision, read, learn, study the materials, and then make a calculated decision that you know how to account for it. For example, if you say, I would like to penetrate the market with my product on Facebook, then you would know how much your users cost you, how much energy and money you would have to put within Facebook in order to advertise there, and how much would another media channel would cost you. Don't just say it looks good. Make sure that every decision follows a calculated methodology. This is specifically what investors would like to see when they talk to you. Every time you answer them, tell them why you agree and why you disagree. In that way, they see that you can think for yourself after absorbing information. And this is the most important thing for them.
Emma, thank you for your explanation.
Sure.
So what's the chapter 10 about?
Chapter 10 is all about answering your specific questions. If you have any questions from lesson 1 to all the way through lesson 9 about fundraising, product, Excel spreadsheets, investors, anything you would like, I will answer your question. So please send it to the email that appears down on this page, and I'll be very glad to answer them.
Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.